these threats and danger, is it all from the U.S. government or other entities or?
Yeah, man, it's really dynamic. So I'm going to try to answer you like really directly. I have to dance a little bit, but I'm trying to answer you really directly. There are many interests to, and I'm going to say this real clear, shape the emerging UAP narrative. In quotes, imagine that in a document from an intelligence agency. Okay. So what that means is the threats are like, well, is my family going to be okay? Am I going to lose a clearance? Right? So for people that are in the military, will I be defamed to the point like they tried with David Grusch where no one's going to hire the guy?
Always by someone representing the U.S. government.
I mean, it's not like Elizabeth Warren's assistant is coming after you, right?
So no, yeah, so because who are the holders of the secrets? Remember, a lot of this technology is said to have been put into private industry. So think about like big tobacco. I mean, they did some diabolical shit to people that were blowing the whistle. Yeah. This is more important and bigger than that. So when you move something into private industry, they have their own kind of rules of engagement. So is it always the U.S. government? No, most everybody in the U.S. government wants to know what's going on. But when you move things into private industry and you give them power, they can operate by different rules. Now, of course, they are defense contractors, right? But those threats, that pressure, that shut up, silence, don't talk about this, we're going to mock you. It comes from mechanisms within private industry. It feeds down to social media, and then people are co-opted by our intelligence agencies. Do you remember Project Mockingbird that came out back in the day in Congress?
Sounds vaguely familiar.
It's where they opt journalists, where they grab them, they pay them, or they threaten them. The CIA was doing this, and this is like not a conspiracy. This is like a real thing that happened, and it came out back in the day with a very important event that occurred in Congress, which we'll talk about later. But that is real, and that happens. Now, personally, I have something wrong with my brain. I dropped my last fuck a long time ago. I am not going to endanger national security, but I am definitely going to pursue this and tell the truth. So I'm not too worried about it, but I've seen other people harmed. What they did to David Grusch was fucking horrible. But the thing is, he was ready for it. First conversation I had with him is, what dirt are they going to pull up and how are they going to hurt you? Because they're gonna. Yeah. If what you're saying is true, they're gonna. He came to me and George first.
Now, for anybody who's not clear, David Grusch is the guy who we all saw testify in front of Congress, saying that they have non-human biologics.
You got it. Non-human.
Meaning that he testified under oath that the U.S. government is in possession of actual anomalous aircraft plus non-human biologic, meaning like effectively
entities,
alien pilots of these anomalous aircraft.
Are they live or dead still?
So
they would be dead. Right.
First of all, check this out. First of all, the reason we use non-human intelligence when we're talking about this is because we don't want to make presumptions. Is it ET, extraterrestrial? Is it extra-dimensional?
Is it AI?
Right.
Or it could just be from
an
Earth.
AI from where?
Just
right.
A hidden intelligence.
That's called ultra-terrestrial, right? Like some people that have been here longer than us. Are they piloting the craft? Sometimes they are. Are the craft run with an artificial intelligence? So it's a drone. That's a great word for a drone. Sure. All and yes, and of the above, yes.
And time travelers.
Extra temporal. So we could go through, there's like 4 or 5 big theories on where these things have come from. But why you say non-human intelligence is because you're just trying to like leave the door open and not make an assumption like an idiot, right?
You know where it comes from.
Yeah.
Right. Now, there are people that claim that they know and all that stuff. And I will tell you this. The craft that we have obtained, our government, specifically the DIA, the head of the DIA program, Defense Intelligence.
DIA?
So the DIA is an intelligence agency. It's called the Defense Intelligence Agency. It was admitted that they had a UFO program. You heard about it in the New York Times. They called it a different name, but you heard about it.
That was the 2017 article.
Yeah, ATIP they called it, right? But the main program, the mother program, was called OSAP. I had the head of the DIA UFO program come on my podcast with George Knapp called Weaponized, and he admitted that they had a craft, that they obtained a craft, just one, he admitted to one, and that they breached the hull of it. It wasn't made by us, wasn't China, wasn't Russia. So they call it non-human intelligence, right? Because we're not exactly sure, or I'm not exactly sure, where the pilots or the operators of the craft are from. But that is fact. He got authorized to say it through a DOPSR request, which just means he asked the government, hey, what can I talk about? You know, I'm writing books. So, but he admitted it on the show. And that's just
say
one.
Where he found it?
Well, he didn't find it. He was the head of the program studying it. So you got people studying the craft. But let me get back to the point, which is that where are they from? What is their intent? Those are the big questions, but we can't even get there unless we come to consensus reality that we got these craft. And I'll tell you something about the craft and why I think they're not from here, from Earth, is because the structure, the way they're built, they are capable of beyond interstellar travel. So anybody that's ever worked in these programs, who I do continue to talk to, who are currently in them, and people that have been in them, say the craft themselves are capable of, you say faster than light, but that's not the case. They're gravitationally propelled. So they warp space-time, but they're capable structurally of moving, within solar systems and beyond.
Yeah.
So
Interstellar would be going to other suns. And
so why would you make a Ferrari if you're just, at home in your driveway, never going to leave the gate, right? So that tells me something. That tells me they're probably from another star system, but there might be multiple things going on. There could be some that are like that. And there could be some that are interdimensional, people say. I don't know what that means, but I kind of understand.
Yeah, that seems like it makes sense. What's the leading theory on where aliens are from?
Well, the leading theory from the people that actually work in these UFO, reverse engineering, exploitation programs for derivative technologies, unpack that shit, right?
Yeah.
What they say is that they get conflicting ideas, meaning there might be more than like one group of other people from other places coming here. So it could be all of the above in the kitchen sink. I don't know. That's what this is all about. If this is real, let's start talking about
it. The idea that I got as far as why the government takes this so seriously and why the government's been so secretive, I kind of just heard the message that the government was embarrassed to admit that what they know about this anomalous, craft, all this UFO stuff, is that it is a technology so far advanced beyond anything that we as humans are capable of. It defies everything scientifically that we even understand, and as such, if this phenomena was to turn hostile, the government is well aware that it cannot defend its own skies, it cannot defend its own people, that like if this anomalous phenomena turns hostile,
UFOs. They can even say aliens, whatever, somewhere. Yeah,
they can kick our ass. There's nothing we can do about it.
And we're at their mercy for sure.
Sure.
And the government was embarrassed to admit that, and that's why they wanted to keep a lid on it all. That's what I gleaned.
It would cause mass hysteria too if they announced, "Hey, there's aliens and they could take us out at any moment."
Do you like shopping on Amazon? I do. And good news is, Steve-O's butt wipes for your butthole are available on Amazon. And if you want a real bundle of a deal, you can get Steve-O's hot sauce for your butthole, plus Steve-O's butthole destroyer, and Steve-O's butt wipes for your butthole. It's the butthole bundle, available on Amazon right now.
Yeah, dude.